Howdy, Connection Group leaders. Happy Thursday. I hope you're doing well. Do you believe the Word of God? I mean, like really believe the Word of God. Like every single word of it, you know that it's true. I hope so. I have to assume if you're sitting in the position that we've asked you to sit or where you volunteered to sit that you do. If you want to be a teacher of the Word of God, you got to believe the Word of God. We're in Joshua chapter 10 and chapter 11, and we've reached one of those places where people go, I don't know. I mean, I got to tell you, this is one of those spots where we've got to say, I know. And it's not because I know. It's because I believe, number one, what I believe about this book, but number two, what God says about his very word. And it is all true. Every jot, every tittle, the Lord has fulfilled it. And we can trust it. And we've got to. Otherwise, what are we doing? Here's why I bring this up. Joshua chapter 10. 5 different kings are coming after the Israelites. Joshua's working his way through the promised land. They've already conquered Jericho. They've conquered some other foes. One group tricked them, but that hasn't turned into disaster, at least not yet. And then 5 different kings come up against him. And it's really easy for the people of Israel to go, I don't know, Joshua. And some of them start to panic a little bit, but the Lord just reassures them, I'm going to win this for you. And the battle starts, and giant hailstones fall from the sky and begin to collapse the armies that have accumulated against the armies of the Lord. And if that weren't enough, Joshua, as they are pursuing the enemies to finish the job, Joshua prays really what should feel like a pretty crazy prayer. God, would you make the sun stand still? Would you make the moon stop in order to help us win this battle? And this Bible says that God answered his prayers and caused the sun to stop moving. Now, we know what we know about planet Earth now. Literally, the world stopped turning. And there's all sorts of theories about what really happened that day. And you can dive into those if you want to, but honestly, and I've looked at them all, well, maybe not all of them. I've looked at a bunch of them. The only one that works, the only one that is satisfying, the only one that at the end of the day is going to cause our faith to grow is just to believe God did just that. He caused the earth to stand still until the battle was won. We've got to believe that, man. We've got to believe that the scriptures are true and that God can do anything. Well, then you go over to chapter 11, and the battle gets even bigger. It says that more armies and more kingdoms have accumulated. And it says specifically, I think it's I've lost my spot. In chapter 11, it says though, there it is in verse 4. It says that the number of the horde of the enemies of Israel have grown to be like the sand on the seashore. It's an even bigger army. And they've now come against the Israelis. And God says by this time tomorrow, they will be defeated. And you read through the rest of the chapter, and sure enough, that's what happened. God empowered his people to do exactly what he said he was going to do. Guys, we have got to believe the word of God, all of it. And that's part of why these stories are here, right? We read through them and go, man, that's crazy. That's really kind of bloody too. That makes some people squeamish. Don't necessarily like everything I'm reading here, and that's fine. Actually, it's not fine. I don't want to say you need to like it. We've got to know that it's true. But part of these things are here to remind us that God is able to do exceedingly abundantly more than we can ask or imagine. And we can approach him with boldness, and we can ask him the things that we think we need to happen. And Joshua, at least at that moment, thought, man, I need the sun to not set. We've got to finish this today. Actually, think about that in relation to your time. You ever thought to yourself, Lord, I've got a lot of stuff to do. I need your help to get these things done. And maybe you do pray that God, would you stretch my time? And maybe he will. But on the flip side, this is one of those times we get to trust him too, that, okay, he's going to help me do the things I need to get done. So maybe he doesn't stretch your time, which means, hey, maybe I don't need to panic. Maybe I just need to rest. And I don't know, you need to trust God's Spirit there. But the bottom line is this: God is able to do all things. And we need to trust him. And we need to believe his word. So I'll ask you one last time. Do you believe the word of God? I hope so. Man, let's believe it together. Love you guys. I'll see you on Sunday.